பத்தராய் பணிவார்கள் எல்லார்க்கும் அடியேன், பரமனையே பாடுவார் அடியார்க்கும் அடியேன், சித்தத்தை சிவன் பாலே வைத்தார்க்கும் அடியேன், திருவாரூர் பிறந்தார்கள் எல்லார்க்கும் அடியேன், முப்போதும் திருமேனி தீண்டுவார்க்கடியேன், முழுநீறு பூசிய முனிவர்க்கும் அடியேன், அப்பாலும் அடிச்சார்ந்தார் அடியார்க்கும் அடியேன், ஆரூரன் ஆரூரில். In this afternoon session, I like to share few thoughts on Thirumurai, how to approach, how to understand. It's based on the challenges we face, how mainly our next generation, younger generation faces in approaching and understanding Thirumurai scriptures. Thirumurai means the sacred scriptures. There are so many challenges and so many ways of approaching that. I just taken two things there. One of the things, my speech is mainly intended for those younger generation and those who are struggling or beginning to understand or accept Thirumurai as it is. The two main challenges I see in going through the Thirumurai, listening to the Thirumurai and reciting and having our faith, putting our faith in Thirumurai, is understanding the content, coming into term with it. Some of the content and descriptions are beyond our rationalistic mind. And some of the things are very vivid description. And some of them are incomprehensible, some of them are undigestible, unpalatable for our current conditioned civilized state of mind and our lifestyle. One of those things is what we call the descriptions, our Purana stories. The Thirumurai is full of description and glorifying the Lord, and full of description of the events, so many things, the burning of 3 ports, destruction of Daksha Yajna, and destroying so many demons, and all those features are repeatedly, again and again, line after line, repeatedly, and sang in Thirumurai songs. The younger people, or even my kids, ask me, did it really happen? Did it really happen? And second thing, if it's really happened, then when did this happen? Is this BC or AD? And where did it happen? Is it in Sri Lanka or India, somewhere near in Tibet, Kailash, or somewhere else? These are the real questions we face when we teach Thirumurai to our younger generation. Of course, there are much more deeper meanings within the Thirumurai. There are interpretation and deeper meanings are there. But for this, we cannot give deeper meanings for each and every line of Thirumurai. The first thing is, to understand these Purana stories in Thirumurai, we have to understand the two things, the Hindu timeline and Hindu cosmology. Those two things are very parallel to our faith, being with us until 1 or 2 generations ago. Our grandparents were very much in touch with that. Even still have so many phrases and words we use in Tamil in day-to-day life, a deep meaning in that. If you take the Hindu cosmology and timeline both ingrained, I can start with one thing. When we start this function, we started with lighting the lamp, Mangala Vilakettu. the lighting the lamp might have been appropriate in those days because they don't have electric lights, powerful lights. It's the only way of putting the light in the darkness and dark corners of the temples, and at night is lighting a lamp. So they light the oil lamp, that is acceptable. But of course, we do have electricity, very powerful light, 40 watt, 60 watt, now it is 200, 300 watts light with very bright emission of light. Still, do we need to light a lamp? It's the question, right? The lighting the lamp is ward off the ignorance, some say, I agree, but why do we light the lamp? That's one thing. It comes to the Lord has three eyes, the right, the left, and mid-brow, Vatican. It says these three eyes are three bright lights. The right eye is the sun, the left eye is the moon, the mid-brow eye is the fire, Agni. That's our Purana, everything says that. Then it comes to, is there only one sun and one moon? We are living in this globe earth that is orbiting our sun. That is one sun we have. Our planet earth has one moon that shines in the night. But even in our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, there are 200 to 400 millions of solar families are there. There are so many suns within our galaxy. Our galaxy is the Milky Way galaxy is called in our Puranas a Bhuloka. Bhuloka. Have you heard the story Bhuloka? There's one demon has folded the Bhuloka as a mat. And did you hear that story? If you see the galaxy, the internet Google search, you see that it's like a mat. And also, we also have a tradition of welcoming, our tradition thinks putting the column at the entrance, putting the dots, then putting the column. All these galaxies are columns by the Almighty Ambal. That's the significance of column. There are different galaxies with different formats and other things. So putting the columns onto that. So coming back to that, there are so many suns in our galaxy, and then there are so many other parallel galaxies we have. Our galaxy is a Milky Way galaxy. The nearest galaxy is called Bhuloka. The nearest galaxy science says is the Andromeda galaxy. And the Andromeda galaxy is about 2.6 million light years away from our Earth. 2.6 million light years. If we travel at the speed of light to reach the Andromeda galaxy, it takes the 2.6 million years at the speed of light. The width of the Andromeda galaxy is 250 million light years, the next galaxy. It's just our neighborhood I'm talking about, not far, far away. This Andromeda galaxy is referred in our Puranas as next to that Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka. Then the Swarloka. Have you heard of heavens? The Lord Indra resides. Everyone says heaven, Swarloka, Swargaloka. It's the third galaxy. Triangular galaxy, the current cosmology says. This is our immediate neighborhood. Like that, there are neighborhoods, the Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tabaloka, Satyaloka, 7. And 7, these galaxies are above our galaxy. And 7 below, Adala, Sudala, Vidala, Taladala, Mahadala, Rasadala, Padala. 7 below. There are galaxies. The inquisitive mind should ask, how could we say this is up and this is down? Even for the earth globe, we can't say up and down. We fix this globe and I think when I was living in New Zealand, here we see the New Zealand map in the corner. When I was living in New Zealand, they put the map as a New Zealand as the center of the world. You can turn around. For the globe, you cannot say this is upside and this is downside. It's clearly said in our scriptures, these are the upper galaxy system, these are the lower galaxy system. When someone has a very bad fate, we should say, our adala padalathila vilundittar. Solrama illaya? Adalam is the first world, Padalam is the seventh last world below. So he has gone to such a down extent that it's no possibility of recovery. That's what we say. See the simple our word we say. So coming back to that, who says is up and who says is down? Someone beyond all these world can only say this is up and this is down. We cannot perceive that dimension from within. That's why all these truth or all these message, information comes from someone who is beyond all these world, existential world. Adida means beyond this. Beyond this existential world made out of these elements, 36 tattvas. Beyond this is a tattva adida, beyond that. The Dalita Sahasranamam says, Om Sri Tattva Asanaya Namaha. All see tattvas and elements of existential world are seat for the Lord. The Lord is beyond that, on top of it. The beyond is the word, we use it para alladu maha. The word para and maha only indicate the God beyond all this. Parashivan, Parabrahmam, Parashakti, Paramatma, Paraloham. Solrom illaya? And Maharudran, Mahavishnu, Mahalakshmi, anything Maha and Para is beyond this. So that being has revealed this information. That is one thing. And our cosmic world does not stop here. It's our immediate neighborhood. All these 7 worlds below, 7 worlds above, and beyond us comes the Brahmaloka, Vishnuluka, Vaikuntham, then the Shivaloka. Those 3 plus the Ardakeshwara Punapanam, Kushmanda Bhuvanam, Kalakri Rudra Bhuvanam, these are other galaxies. And all these 28 trillion types of hells are between Kushmanda Bhuvanam and Kalakri Rudra Bhuvanam. This is a description of immediate neighborhood. These only have, out of these 224 cosmic units irrelevant to our Earth, 224, out of these 6 out of 224, as a brief description I gave it to you. This is come under the jurisdiction of Brahma. That is called Brahmandam. Have you heard about Brahmandam? We could say today our meeting was Brahmandam because we have almost the hall full of people. Brahmandam being so big. This so big Brahmandam is only the 6 cosmic mega units coming under the jurisdiction of Brahma. Coming back to the light, imagine how many trillions and trillions of suns are there in these cosmic units. How many trillions and trillions of moons are in those cosmic units? All these suns and moons get their light source from the Almighty Lord. We all know, the moon doesn't have its own light. It just reflects the light from the sun. That's all we know. Agree, right? But as per our understanding and our science says, the sun has its own light. That's we know. But the description here, our Saivam says, even the sun doesn't have its own light. It also reflects the light from the super light. He is the super light source. Oli Mudal. Adiyum Andamum Illa Arum Perum Chodi. He is the total light source for the whole cosmic world. From him, all these suns and moons and other sources of light reflect their light. We know without light there is no life. So he is the total light source, and he is the total life source. Poti en val mudalagiya porule. He is my total life source, my val mudal. So not only for me, all these cosmic world existence comes from that. That's why the beautifully says, the song in Swanyana Siddhiyar, Nayakan Kannayappal Nayaki Kan Pudaipa. India, one of the beautiful play, the lovers, Lord Shiva and Parvati. Parvati just putting her eyes, putting her hands and closing the Lord's eye. Engum pa irulagi mooda. The pitching darkness engulfs the whole cosmic worlds, all over the world. All the suns are there, moons are there, fire source, everything is there. But when he closes his eyes, everything is dark. Engum payirulagi mooda. Parinde, out of his grace, ulaginuku தன் நெற்றி தூய நேத்திரத்தினாலே சுடரொளி கொடுத்த பண்பின். He opened his third eye, the forehead eye, and he gives the lights immediately. Otherwise the whole world will come to an end. கொடுத்த பண்பின், last word, தேயமார் ஒளிகளெல்லாம் சிவன் உருத்தேசதன்னர். All the light sources from all over the worlds, whether it is from the sun, whether it is from the moon, whether it is from the fire, whether we can indirect from the electricity or so many other forms. Shivan Uru Teshadu ennar. Teshu mean Tejas, the effulgence. Teshan adipoti, Shivan Cheva dipoti. So he's all his effulgence, all these lights. So he's the total light source. The other thing, out of these three, why we do it light is, he witnessed everything we know. Witness means just visualizing. Anything happening during the daylight or worldly matters, Surya is the witness, the sun. Anything happen at night, moon. People may ask, what will happen in the new moon? New moon also has one color, you know. The 16 parts of the moon, the one part remain intact, it's not visible. Then, anything related to the, our spiritual, Vedic, spiritual, scriptural matters, the Agni is the Sachi. That's why in the wedding, we have Agni Sachi. Don't we? We have Agni Sachi in the wedding because it's a sacred Vedic sacrament. When we read the Thirumurai or scriptures, even back home, usually they start around afternoon back home, and in the daylight, they always light a lamp. Then only start reading the Thirumurai, because Agni is the one witnessing that. Because it's some of our spiritual progress thing. So when we start these things, we want the Agni to witness these things. That's why we invoke and light the lamp. Anything happen in the daylight, the worldly matters, sun is the witness. One of the names for sun is Om Sri Lokasachine Namaha. The 12 names, one of the names is Lokasachine Namaha. All the worldly matters, he is the witness. If you want one more reference, you can go to Silappadikaram, where Kovalan was wrongly beheaded by the kings, as per the king's order. Kannagi hearing this, rushing to the scene, seeing this Kovalan's body, and getting this body on her lap, he started crying and lamenting. And he stood up and asked the sun, "Oh, the sun god, is my husband is a thief?" The sun god replied, "No, not your husband is a thief." Then only she went to ask for justice. This is another incident, evidence. The sun is the witness for all the day-to-day matters. So we invoke the presence of Agni, lighting the lamp, even though whether have electricity or powerful focused lights and other thing, we do that. And in our forms of the God, you see that Lord Naraj, there's a Prabha, the soothing Tiruvasi or Prabha. You see that? So he is the super light We see him as Siva Suryan, the super sai, Siva Suryan. The Vaishnavites interpret the same as Surya Narayanan. The daily Gayatri Mantra is for that sun, not for the sun here. This sun is just an inert, unconscious, the burning fireball. But through that, we offer the prayer to that. Sangadirthevan Saranda Oliinai Tirhundrom Avan Yangal Arivinai Tundi Nadattega. The translation of Gayatri Mantra by Bharadiyar. So, daily Gayatri Mantra is the recitation of prayer for that super light source, Siva Surya. That's the one, we see that all these things, Prabha is the effulgence. If there's a rule, as for the rule, we say even in the temple, you shouldn't have the deity without Tiruvasi. Always have Tiruvasi. You know that's the surrounding, the background Tiruvasi, that's the Prabha, that's the effulgence. If you see that in this Prabha, there is so many balls of fire. Those are different cosmic worlds. Lord Nataraj. So he is the source of energy, the source of light, the source of life for all those cosmic worlds. That's why we say him Sodiyane. Olivalar Vilake Ulappila Onre. Thirumurai says that again and again, Sodi and light comes again and again. Even though he is so bright, that light is so bright, it's not easy to see. Kanperiya Peroliye. The so bright, the big light, but difficult to see. What is wrong? Because we are clouded with our darkness of ignorance, Anava. He's there, we couldn't see that. That's Kanperiya Peroliye. And even the description of things further comes. Even go to Vedic Upanishad, na tatra shuryo padi, na chandra taraham, nema vidyudo pandi, kudoya maknihi, dameba pandam, kanupadi sarvam. There is no sunrise there. Though no moons, no shining of stars, no place for Agni, fire. These everything shines from that effulgence. If we experience that, envision that, enliving that, our sages like Yogar Swamigal said, Pattappakal pololiran nadangal nade, pahaliravu thonrada nadangal nade. You know what is that place? It's all effulgence there. In his presence there is no sun, no moon, always light. There is no day and night. Pattappakal pol olirum nadangal nade, pahaliravu thonrada nadangal nade. So Ramana Maharishi said, Rappahal illa vitta veliyile ramittiruppom va arunachala. There is no day, there is no night. Even Christian Holy Bible, in Jovan Revelation, the last chapter, it says, there is no sunrise, there is no moons, there is no day and night. Because of that, the entrance is never closed. It's in there too. So these are the one simple approach. I took one point to approach these things. This is the cosmic truth is not a single faith or belief system confined to certain people. We happen to be the traditional custodians of this treasure. That's we all accept. But it's not only belong to us. This is a cosmic truth beyond the time and place. So this is the way that one of the approach for Thirumurai. This is just a small glimpse of the Hindu cosmology and relevant to our Thirumurai and Saiva Siddhantam. In other words, that comes to the Hindu timeline. One of Upper Swamigal Thevaram says, Nuru Kodi Piramarhal Nondinar. Hundreds of trillions of Brahmas has come and gone. Aru Kodi Naranar Angane. 6 trillions of Vishnus came and gone. The Lord of Sustenance. Eru, Kangai, Manal, Ennil, Indirer. The count of number of Indras is it could be equal to the number of sand particles along the Ganga river bed. Uriladavan Ishan Noruvane. Only one who is everlasting. That is the Lord, He Himself. He Himself is something. Our timeline, we all now know the timeline is 1 year, 1 month, and all those short lifespans and other things. Our timeline is divided in Yuga. You heard of Yuga. The current Yuga is Kali Yuga. I think it's 5,154 or 50 years this same thing. The Kali Yuga, the current Kali Yuga started the BC 3102, February the 17th. The time period for total Kali Yuga, 432,000 years. Only we passed 5,000 years. So no fear. Some people already started saying, oh, world is coming to an end, another thing. Even at the end of Kali Yuga, world is not coming to end. This is only the 28th cycle of 4 yugas, then the 29th cycle will start. Before this Kali Yuga is Dvapara Yuga, where the Mahabharata war, Krishna's incarnation, all those things happened. The Mahabharata war and the Krishna's incarnation, that Dvapara Yuga, it's double the length of the total Kali Yuga. It's 8,864,000 years. Before that, Treta Yuga. That will triple the size of the Kali Yuga. It's 12,96,000 years. Then before that, the first Yuga, Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga. They say the Dharma was in full strength at that Yuga. That's why Bharati Odo said, Krita Yuga Ilika Madho. Let that Dharmic age comes again. And that period is 17,28,000. Altogether, 43,20,000 considered as 4 yugas together. Sadur Yuga. Sadur means 4. Some people may ask, how do we remember these things? Average number of breaths per day, if you calculate 15 per minute. If you run around, it will be more. If you're sleeping, it will be less, average 15 per minute. And it comes to 21,600 per year, per day. The 21,600 per day, and that 21,600, if you multiply by 20, that is the total number of Kali Yuga. Multiplied by 40, it's the total number of Dvapara Yuga. Multiplied by 60, total number of Treta Yuga. Then multiplied by 80, 21,600 into 80 is the total number of years for the Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga. So, this timing, our breath, everything connected. Every time we spend our breath, it's a countdown. It's always happening. It's all connected. And in Chidambaram Narraja temple, there's no replica for Chidambaram Narraja temple. So all over the world, only one temple. This is Hridayasthana for the whole cosmic world. And there, the number of golden tiles is 21,600. Coming back to this timing, one full yuga, the 4 yugas together, it is 43,20,000. Like this full yuga, Brahma, this full yuga, we have thousands of full yuga comes, is one kalpa. It is 433 crore years. That is 43.2 billion years. This comes together, is called one kalpa. That is daytime for Brahma. Like that, there's a night time for him. At the end of his daytime comes, there's a dissolution of the certain cosmic worlds. Namiddhiha Pralaya. Every 71 Satyugas, there's a Manvantara end. There is also a deluge. That is only for our Bhuloga. It lasts for one period of Krita Yuga and it comes to existence again, Brahma creating it again. This Brahma, like this one day, 432 crore years as a day, 432 crore years as a night, the fun full day, 864 crore years is Brahma's one day. Like that, he has a full lifespan of 100 years. In the Thevaram say, Tirunakara Thevaram, Nuru Kodi Brahmarhal Nondiner. So many hundreds of trillions of Brahmas came and gone. The current Brahma, he has his 50th birthday. Now we celebrated birthday of Saravanan, right? The Brahma completed his 50th birthday. He is on a 51st year, first month and first day. The current Brahma. So it's another half of lifespan is there for him. Adi Brahma. The next Brahma is on the waiting line. Is about to come. This Brahma's one lifespan, the 100 years lifespan, is one day for the Lord of Sustenance, Vishnu. Like that, he will have his 100 years. When his 100 years over, his lifespan is one day for the Lord of Destruction, Rudra. Many of us confuse with the Rudra and Shiva. Rudra is one of the Lord of the Trinity. Shiva is in control of all the Trinity Lord. Muvarum, Marihilar, Yavar, Mettariver. Even all three Lords of Trinity couldn't understand him. Who else to understand you? So he is beyond that. So don't confuse that. So this is how our timeline goes. So many big bangs came and gone. So many big crunch came and gone. So many black holes came and gone. So many different types of creatures, evolution gone in a different pattern. 4-arm people, 6-arm people, 10 legs, 3 eyes, 4 heads. All these in a different cycle came and gone. You can't go and dig up the archaeology because the current earth is a different cycle. It's only formed about 13.7 billion years ago with the Big Bang explosion. So we have to go and search. You understand? So this is our place, the cosmology. The Tattva Jnanam itself is a metaphor of Hindu cosmology. If we have the glimpse of understanding of this timeline and cosmology, surely when we approach the Thirumurai next time, we put our faith in that. உலகலாம் உணர்ந்தோதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவியன் நீர்மலிவேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்தாடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம் திருச்சிட்டம்பலம்.